Tracy is asking the difference between a journal and a workbook.
Well, a journal really, I mean, I think it also depends on what you consider a journal and that, because there are more guided journals with specific sections and things like that. So it sort of delves into workbook territory, and maybe a purist would say that that is not a journal, that's a workbook. But I think you'll see some blending of those concepts when we are talking about them. Obviously, you can do more simple free writing or just simple prompt journals. We will also, but what we focus on is really providing a good experience to your customer. So sometimes that has them, digging a little deeper and doing like a little bit more structured work. But how you want to publish your journals is up to you, because you can also publish very simple journals. If you guys were in our fast and simple course creation program, we had a workbook for that program, or worksheets that could become a workbook, and we had a journal, and the journal was very simple, but it asked like these higher level questions on kind of where you want your business to go in the future and stuff like that, and had lots of free writing space. We can talk about that too, show you that example.
And as a little interruption for that clip, here is actually the journal that I was talking about. So it was to help people create courses, right? So we have always, I think it's always a great idea to have instructions to tell what people have. And in a printable journal, right, people are going to be printing off the pages that they want. So this is beyond the journal versus workbook thing. But what we do is we kind of explain what each of the pages are and how to print them, because some of these pages they'll be printing multiple copies of, but we only put them in the document once because that's all they need. They just print as they need it. So we had sort of like a more structured page for 3 types of more structured pages. These are check-ins for just a general check-in that they do each week, I believe was what we did in the program, is kind of the progress I'm making, my biggest challenge, So it is sort of like a free writing kind of thing with little prompts there. For building their audience, we also ask them to reflect on 4 or 3 questions on that, and then also growing sales. There were 3 questions to reflect on. And then we have a lot of very, very free writing pages where we gave them more sort of deeper thinking writing prompts. So what is the message you want to share with the world? Whether it's one big overriding message or different things you can share that not everyone knows. Think about what you'd like to put out there. Another one is, what are your biggest struggles when it comes to sharing that message and growing your business? Also think about ways you can overcome these struggles. Is it mindset? Is it a connection you need to make? Or is it something you need to fix? And then it continues on and gives them sort of deeper thinking beyond, this is the product I'm making and this is what I'm selling. It goes deeper into the message and how they can, shape their own thoughts to match that message and help them grow their business much strongly. That doesn't make sense. In a more meaningful way, right? In a long-term business plan. All right, now back to the clip.
And you can also always combine the 2 together. Like if you have a bunch of planners or a bunch of workbooks and journals, you can, put them all together and then use the same tactics that we will cover in this class and promote it that way. So that's definitely one thing